In the land of wood and water, some call it paradise, there are problems. But a hero rises to save the day. With his best friend Limey, Sprucey does his part to make Jamaica a better place. The story is about two young boys from the parish of Trelawney who are not only discovering their home parish, but they're discovering Jamaica and many of the things that make us a preferred tourism destination. Today we have Ali Hardy, Leanne Hardy, Deborah Johnson, and Tamar. Oh, he's first and you're second. Okay, so I'm going to go in the correct order. It's Tamark Johnson, and then Deborah, Michael Harris, Aviella Harris. Aviella, wave at the camera, please. And then we have Demario Morris. Today we are joined by Auntie Barbara Beckford, who has been a tour guide at Devon House for many, many years. And she has a wealth of information. We're going to share the story. And then, children, you get a chance to ask her as many questions as you would like about this lovely house, which is in the background, called Devon House. This story is called The Great Devon House. And it begins with Limey and Sprucey on the grounds of Devon House. And Limey says, "Ice cream time!" Devon House is known for more than its ice cream. I know, this place has a lot of history. The Grog Shop restaurant over there was actually a stable for horses. Yes, and when we turn the corner, you will see George Stibel's mansion. Yes, Jamaica's first black millionaire. That's what I like to hear. This looks bigger in real life. He was very rich to build such a big house. You should have seen the land back in the day. Went as far as the Canadian embassy. What you not saying? Don't talk too long, Sprucey. Ice cream calling me. I love your belly, sir. The house has a big ballroom that was used to host guests. I can imagine how big. Was Mr. Stibel the only one who lived there? No, it was later sold to entrepreneur Reginald Melhedo and then to the Lindo family. Must have been nice to live here. It never have ice cream shop yet though. No. I bet you didn't know that they were going to demolish Devon House. No. It was left empty and developers wanted to demolish it. But the National Trust stepped in and bought the property. Good. It was then declared a national monument in 1990. When was Devon House declared a national monument, boys and girls? 1990. That's what I like to hear. It have so much shop now and them sell some nice patties. Yes, that's the bakery. Tourists love to visit Devon House to try the food and the ice cream. They have good taste. Look at that beautiful bride over there. Yes, Devon House is so beautiful. People come here for photo shoots and to relax on the lawn. Just like how you are relaxing on the lawn now, boys and girls. Yes, man. Our ice cream is so good. It was named number 4 best ice cream in the world. No wonder I'm drooling. All right. Come, Limey. Time for ice cream. Make sure you have your money. Not as much as George Stibel. I have homework for you. I bet you never tell me how Lady Musgrave Road got its name. And back then, what was the name or the area at Trafalgar and Hope Roads in Kingston called? You're not being fair, Sprucey. I have to research it. One last one. What is gastronomy? Have mercy. And then, of course, you see Sprucey and Limey enjoying their Devon House ice cream. And we said Devon House ice cream was voted as number what in the world of ice cream? 4. Number 4. Yes, I don't know 4 from 5. Number 4. All right, so Auntie Barbara is here with us. And as I said, she's been a tour guide at Devon House for many years. And if you have any questions about Mr. George Stibel or any of the questions that we asked earlier on, you can speak with her and I'm sure she'll have an answer for you. So, any questions? Is that a hand or a foot? Or that's both a hand and a foot in the air? Go ahead.
What is Lady?
Yes, Musgrave.
Musgrave.
All right.
All right, so Auntie Barbara can tell you
Lady
who was
Musgrave
Lady Musgrave.
was the governor's wife at that time. So now let me give you a little insight about Lady Musgrave and how she came into existence. Now this was, as you know, called Devon Penn. First of all, a pen is where you'd have a lot of cattle. George Sibel bought the property from the St. Andrew Parish Church. Now this was like 53 acres of land at that time. And you had this governor up the road, Governor Musgrave. No, she refused to pass this house, because guess what she said? This uppity black man lived here. So she would never pass here. So they had to make another road for her. That road today is called the Lady Musgrave Road. So guess what she do? She drive all the way down to Crossroads, down the road, turn up the road, and then come up on Halfway Tree Road. You think that was nice? And you know what I think too? Maybe it's not so much of jealous, of don't want the black man, but it's because she did jealous. When you look at Devon House compared to King's House then, so she was sort of jealous. And so that is why she didn't want to pass here. How he became,
how did he become a millionaire?
He became a millionaire. Lord have mercy. That they want our long tour, This little boy, his mother at one time was a housekeeper. His father was a Jewish German merchant. Lord, so maybe the two of them fell in love. But because she did black and him did brown, so them couldn't make people see them together. Just like how we have social distance. Yes, so them would meet. And so during that process, this little boy came about. So she got pregnant and this little boy came into existence. Then after a while, when this little boy they weaned, that means she finished breastfeed and the father took away the child and kept him in this place, in his own house. Grew him well. Oh Lord. Went to a fine school, so it was a little bright boy. But oh God, the people them start to laugh at fine complexion. Lord, is it that them would have saying too black? Or they not like in color? And so this boy decided, him do? Run away. Like nowadays you have children run away, you see them on the roadside. But him never do that. Him run away and him find one blacksmith shop and going one carpenter shop and go inside there and get one little job, start working. While working, his father did love him though, He go search for picnic and find the picnic and work. And he say, Ma, George, I want to take you home. George, no sir, daddy. It's like saying, I'm amongst my own kind. I prefer staying here. So the father now just pay some, like me board you out, pay some money for him for the man take care of the child. And so he did, trained him well. So at age 19, he built Ferry Inn. So that is when you go in Spanish Town, You know where Idle School of Company is? One little inn beside it, that's where he built. How he become the millionaire now, he start to travel back and forth and sell cargo. And then he meet in a storm and crash, shipwreck. And him swam ashore and end up to Venezuela. While in Venezuela, he find out so they have gold mine. So we have crammed the story in our one now. Him going and get one job. And eventually work there, get some money, sent to Jamaica. And when he find the abandoned gold mine, work hard in it, and eventually struck gold. Then he send money to Jamaica. And that's when he become millionaire, He come back to Jamaica in 1873, right? And he bought 99 properties. Can you imagine? No, you can't buy 100, So it's only 99 he buy. Because you could have never buy 100. And from that, he built this lovely house, which you call Devon House today, at the cost of £10,000. 10 thousand pounds he built it at. Yes. So boys and girls can come sit down and enjoy. Yes, man. Huh? Was there all?
Real.
Was it real?
Yes, man. It's not a fairy tale story that that a real thing happened.
And what's the name of the gentleman who built the house? Anybody can remember? George. What's the last name? George starts with an S.
No. No.
No,
Stibel.
Stibel. George Stibel. But clap her, she said George. So
Yes.
give her a hand. All right, so Auntie Barbara, you have seen many, many youngsters pass through,
Lord.
and not so youngsters like myself.
Yes.
And you know, it's been many, many years. What one message would you leave with the children before we go this morning?
What I'd leave with you is to let you know this Devon House is special. And it's open to visitors that can come from all walks of life. And us as Jamaica is a place that we can come. You see, just like how you throw out your towels, yes. And you can have your picnic. Yes, man, mommy can come on a Sunday and bring our radio and listen, and then she go buy the ice cream and walk through the shops. Yes. So this is a place where you can enjoy. There's a? Oh, if you love birds, yes. And you see the famous Dr. Bird, yes. You see the wood. We have a lot of parakeet too in the trees, yes.
All right. Auntie Barbara, thank you so much for being with us for this story, The Great Devon House, and for giving us some more information. And children, I hope you learned something about Devon House, and that at some point in the future, you'll have an opportunity to come back and visit inside the house. So let's give Auntie Barbara a nice round of applause and say thanks to her for being with us today as we explored a little bit more on the adventures of Sprucey and Limey, a production of the Tourism Product Development Company Limited. Thank you.